Welcome to our game. Before we start, let us introduce ourselves first.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Syarazi Samsul.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Naim Kribi Abdul Jalil.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Hakim bin Zaihan.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ali Taufiq Zuhilmi bin Ahmad Damizi.
Hi everyone, my name is Angelia Nisis.
Hi, my name is Siti Nur Asila binti Anwar. Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. Thank you for watching our presentation. Before I start, let me ask you this. Have you guys ever thought about how many people actually use credit cards every day but don't really understand how they work? That's exactly why our group chose Chapter 4, which is about consumer credit. The purpose of this quiz assignment is not only to help us understand the topic better, we also aim to strengthen our knowledge of credit concept, help classmates manage credit responsibly, and make the learning process fun and interactive. So, what did we do? We created a quiz on Kahoot with a total of 16 questions. These questions are divided into 3 categories. First one is true-false for basic knowledge. Second one is multiple choice for intermediate understanding. Last one is scenario-based questions written for applied learning. Each question comes with its own time limit and point value. For example, true, false, and multiple choice questions are 1 point in 20 seconds limit, while written scenario questions are 2 points in 45 seconds to answer. What makes it even more useful is that we included explanation after every answer so participants can learn immediately. Why we use Kahoot platform? Well, because it's fun, interactive, and user-friendly. Plus, our classmates are already familiar with it, so we didn't waste time teaching how to use the platform. Instead, we focused directly on the content. Another reason is teamwork. Kahoot lets participants join as group, which fits perfectly with our learning goals. To make sure everything went smoothly, we divided our tasks fairly. Hakim, me, and Angeli prepared the questions. Naim moderated the session, Alif presented the quiz, and Shahiran managed the technical part. In short, our goal for this assignment is not just to complete a quiz, but to create an enjoyable, interactive, and effective learning experience that improves knowledge of consumer credit while also promoting teamwork among participants. Thank you!
For our quiz, we prepared a total 16 questions and divided them into 3 levels. The basic level used true or false question to check simple knowledge like the definition of consumer credit and safe debt ratio. The intermediate level had multiple choice question to test understanding, for example about credit loss, opportunity cost, and risk of co-signing a loan. Finally, the advanced level had scenario question where participants calculated debt to equity ratio, home equity, and identified credit type. By starting from basic to advanced, we made the quiz more engaging and helped everyone build up their knowledge step by step.
Next, we continue with execution summary. Group 7 conducted consumer credit quiz using the Kahoot platform, consisting of 16 questions based on Chapter 4 of the Personal Financial Planning course. The questions were categorized into 3 formats, which are true or false, multiple choice, and written format, each with a specific time limit and point value. To encourage the teamwork, participants used the group numbers instead of the names. Tasks were divided among team members. Hakim, Asila, and Angeli developed the question, while Naim acted as moderator, and Alif served as quiz master, and Shahira handled the technicalities. This collaboration aimed to create an enjoyable learning experience, enhancing understanding of consumer credit concepts through both individual and group engagement. And that's all for the execution summary. Next is the visual. The question in Kahoot that has been attached in the Google Meets, and the second image is the answer from the students, and the last is the winner after quiz ended. So we have the third place, team 1, and the second place is team 3, and the first place is team 4.
So now I will present to you about our group reflections. The first one is the student understanding. One of the most important lessons we discovered was that the student understanding of consumer credit is still quite low. This really matters because consumer credit is part of everyday life, and without some level of knowledge, students may struggle to manage their financial responsibilities in the future. As a group, we realized that our group responsibility is not just to share an activity or a game, but to make sure the materials we present are valuable, meaningful, and provide students with knowledge they can use beyond the classroom. Alright, the next one is the technical aspect. We saw how important the technical aspect are to the success of our activity. For example, if the internet connection is weak or unstable, the whole session can be interrupted, which can frustrate students and reduce their learning experience. That's why we agreed that we must always check the internet connection before start. We also noticed that even small issues like incomplete questions, unclear instructions, or errors in the program flow can confuse students. To overcome this, we committed to checking every single detail of the games and testing the program several times before using it to make sure everything runs smoothly. Alright, the third one is teamwork and preparations. From this experience, we learned that the importance of teamwork and preparations. Every member of the groups has a role to play, whether it is checking technical issues, reviewing the content, or make sure the activity flow at the right pace. By working together and paying attention to the details, we were able to reduce mistakes and provide a better experience. We also realized that reflection itself is very useful because it helps us identify weaknesses, learn from mistakes, and think about how to improve in the future. Overall, we conclude that the preparation, teamwork, and detail orientation are signs of progress and confidence that will lead us to success. Alright, the next part is the future improvement. These reflections will guide us in our future project. We plan to be more careful when reviewing and revising the materials, more proactive in testing our programs before implementation, and more committed to ensuring the technical aspect like internet connections are always reliable. So in conclusion, these reflections taught us that strong preparations, teamwork, and careful attention to detail are the keys to creating successful learning experience.
I just want to share 3 quick tips that can help us improve our quiz session. So basically, the first one is about clear questions and instructions. Sometimes when the questions are not complete, like during our quiz sessions, students are get confused. So we need to make sure every questions makes sense and the instructions are written step by step in the very simple words. So by that way, students can answer more confidently. The second tip is about internet and the technical stuff. Since we do our quiz through online, so connection is very important. So if the internet is weak, the whole quiz will get disturbed. So it's better to test the connections before we start and also prepare a backup file or screenshots in case something goes wrong. The last one is teamwork. Everyone should have a role. Maybe one person presents, one checks the content, another keeps times, and someone handles technical things. So if we share the work, it will feel more easier and the quiz will run more smoothly. So overall, if we focus on clear questions, good connections, and strong teamwork, our quiz will be much better for everyone. So that's all for the recommendations.
That's all from our group. Thank you so much. Bye!
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.